this moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project.
We're back with the Wallaces. We're in session 2.
All
Welcome
right.
back, Team Wallace.
Let's go.
Hello.
Yes, again, if you didn't listen to session 1, please go back and listen. These are two impactful one couple, two individuals
Right.
that are very impactful in the community with the youth. And we thank you all. Jonathan, of course, is great at computers. And what else? And being a great husband and father and wife. Okay, yeah. Handiwork, bro.
I like to laugh and like to eat too.
Okay,
All right.
amen. And then we have Sheena. Sheena is great for business. And one thing with Sheena, if you ask to get something done, it is done. In excellence. And so we're grateful that you all are in our life and you all are the youth leaders at Faith Outreach Church and you have other young people in the community that you have impact. And so again, we're honored that you all are on this platform with us.
Thank
and
you
that-
for having
that
us.
we got a yes. And what was crazy, guys, is that we had to cancel twice because of the snow, right?
Yeah.
And so, but listen, we knew, my husband came, he said, that's how you know this is going to be a good one.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So we're here today and thank you all so much.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so in session 2, we're going to be talking about your experience as a young adult in dating. One thing, again, we've known you guys for a very long time. You all like family. And so one thing I've watched is how you all, the young people, gravitate to you guys. So it's got to be, the culture says energy, okay? So, but there's something about you all that the youth are like, I'm gonna go and sit down and talk with Miss Sheena and Mr. Jonathan. They say you will know when you see her. Okay, and in session 2, your experience as a young adult in dating, that's what this topic is about.
Okay.
But, when young people, and I'm going to say this, you all are the example because I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I watch you all do the work, So when a person say you will know when you see her, your story, Jonathan and Sheena. Because the parents have told theirs. My husband called straight from Wendy's.
Yeah, I saw you in Wendy's Takeout.
Yeah, I was at Wendy's Takeout. And,
Yeah.
and he wasn't even a believer. But you believed in Jesus Christ, but you don't live for.
I thought I was saved, but I won't. It's a long story.
When you put up in Wendy's, I want more than them 4 for 4.
He said he was across the street and
McDonald's?
Well, I was working at Wendy's.
Yes.
And
I saw you to take out one because I was saying, God let you know things. And then the guy said, what? And I said, wait a minute. And I looked around and I looked. I said, you see that young lady right there to take out one? That's be my wife. And I said, man, where'd that come from?
we didn't know each other.
Nope.
Wow. God was talking to you.
42 years in, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it happened just like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I met her in the gym. And
Basketball.
yeah.
Had to show him what's up.
Unfortunately, the victim, which was me, I didn't know she knew how to play basketball in high school, and she dogged me. She dogged me out, and she gave me a fake, and I went for it. And I flew all the way to Chandler trying to block that shot, and she just laid the ball in, and I said, "Do it again." And then we played another game, and she gave me another spin move, and I was done. I said, "The only way I'm gonna survive this story, I'm gonna have to marry her, because if I marry her, she can't tell that story no more. You can't testify against your husband in court law. So if I go and marry her, I can't stand the embarrassment of the story no more.
I can relate. I remember when we were first married, we were out of town on vacation, and somehow we were swimming at a YMCA, and then we started playing basketball. So I got on the basketball court, and I skunked them in the game of 21 and a two-piece bathing suit.
She said skunked them.
Skunked them.
Okay.
You don't remember that? He didn't forget.
I couldn't. I knew I couldn't do anything with that.
Okay.
Oh yes, definitely. Do I know? I knew. I knew fairly early because so I had previous experience with relationships that wasn't. It wasn't right at all. Oh, so again, when I saw Sheena, I saw her at church, and it was kind of like a mystery because I volunteered at that time. I was doing video ministry, so I was recording services, and I was she caught my eye when I'm trying to record, and I'm messing up on the camera and everything. I said, "Man, who is this? Who is this lady? Who is this lady? She looked so nice and this presentable look, meek. She just had this. It was almost mysterious.
Okay,
because she always stood out, and then soon after service, I try to look for her. She gone. I said, "Man, where's she at? Is she gonna come back? I hope she come back." So I'm saying it to myself, and I kept on seeing her. It probably been about a month.
Who's that lady?
Yeah, who's that
lady?
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, I'll probably be praising the Lord. I'm looking at Sheena. So I was like, man. But one day, I got the courage, and I approached her one day at Saturday morning prayer. We used to have prayer every Saturday morning,
right?
And I, to make a long story short, I approached her, and I was stuttering. I was nervous, but in my mind, I was like, she looked like she real sweet. I like quiet. People something like she seemed like she real nice and stuff, and I thought she had a boyfriend, so I was like, I probably ain't got no shot. And so I approached her and I said, "Hey, hey, my name is John." I was bad because
and I actually love that part.
Yes,
to be honest, the
yes.
stuttering, it was so genuine.
Yes, and actually I stepped out in faith because in the previous session I was talking about my confidence and emotions and how I was self-conscious about how I look and how I present myself, and I was like, "No, I got to do this." And I got encouraged, and I did it. And she said, I'm sorry, I won't be disrespectful. Do you got a boyfriend? She said, "No." I said, "Ooh-wee." I thought she was going to say yeah. And she said, no. I said, "Well, can we have your number?" And then, we start talking. I waited a day on purpose. I didn't want to call her right away. So look, this was, I waited a day before I called her. So then I called her, we started talking. And everything I imagined in my mind, like her being nice and meek, and it was true. So I was like, yes, I knew fairly early that this is like, I'd be a fool to let this one go.
Okay.
So I like, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I desire in my life because she's a sweet person. This is gradually as we hung up.
Yes.
So yes, I knew fairly early that she was the one. Because there was something about her just by looking at her, but when I talked to her, it kind of confirmed some things.
I bet you that was the longest 24 hours of your life.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was like by the phone, like, man, should I call her? Let me go watch a game. Okay, so I call her. I waited a couple of days to call.
Okay.
So I want to look desperate.
I can just imagine because in situations like that while you're waiting, you can actually hear the clock tick, tick, tick. It sounds so loud. It's like, man, it's only been 5 seconds. It's like to be hours.
Yes, Sheena, what about you?
Yeah, so for me, I guess my experience was a bit different. So when he did finally approach me, and like he said, we was at a prayer, and literally, this is all I can explain. I knew something was, I wouldn't say terribly different about him, but in a good way. Like, something very unique about him is when we were like sitting there just praying, and they were like, "Hold your neighbor hand," at the altar. And I felt he was right beside me. I didn't know this man. I just knew that he was a handsome, dark-skinned guy. Seemed like he about my age. And it was like, we was holding hands, and I never looked at him, but it was almost like his presence was like beaming over me, and almost like sunlight. I cannot explain it. It was like I felt him like beaming over me, like, and it was. So his presence was very loud, and he's not a loud person.
Yes.
You guys have to know that he's one of the most, humble men I've ever known. All these things, but his presence was very loud. And so that was, and I wanted to say no. I ain't really fond of, dating, people in church. I just, it was a little
awkward.
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
was.
Even though you want a good guy that loves the Lord, it was awkward. So for him to get me to say, no, I'm not dating anyone right now, and here's my number, it had to be something on him. And so that's what it was for me. So.
Okay.
All right.
So, you all talked about your encounter. And in the previous session, I love how you all talked about the foundation is to deal with you first and know if you like you, would you date you? You got to ask yourself all these questions about you.
Right.
In youth coming to you, like I know you mentored a couple and they eventually got married. How do you all, outside of telling them about, we understand Jesus Christ got to be the foundation.
Right.
However, about being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
About connection. Everybody come with something. So everything is not going to be butterflies and rainbows. Okay? So everybody comes with something. So this is just something I share with people. I say, well, you got to look at that person and you need to go somewhere and pray because sometimes the real person don't show up
right away. Correct.
So, but God knows our hearts and He knows what's going on. So when that's revealed, then you have to ask yourself, am I graced to be with the person? Is that accurate?
Yes, very accurate.
Well, we stated a few things on that first episode, discover who you are, sense of vision. But we also had within those stages later on to build friendship. To really know how to build friendship with people. So when you're getting to know a person, you really, you don't want to start putting those expectations on each other right away. And, and it is kind of hard with technology and social media these days where you can kind of already think you know a person before you actually get to know a person. But you got to learn how to build healthy friendships, right? And so in building those healthy friendships, the next stage for us was literally to don't move with haste. Take your time. Take your time. I can't, he can't. We can't tell you how much time, but take your time.
Yes.
Right? Because you want to develop the friendship in a way in which literally would be healthy for the both of you, right? And even if, just say you're not committed to one another in this dating process yet, you still just want to be a healthier version of yourself as you just simply get to know a person. And so you want to talk a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that because you don't want to put all your chips up front because like you said earlier, am I willing to deal with this? Because I know I see this all the time. People post say red flag, red flag this, red flag that. And the thing is, every red flag might not be a red flag. It might just be a conversation that be taking place.
Yes.
But
that needs to take place.
That needs to take place because I could, like growing up, let's say just me and my mom and Sheena has her family.
Yes.
This is an example. I'm real quiet. So when I get upset, I get even quieter.
Okay,
and
wow.
Because the stuff in my head, if I say what's in my head or do what's in my head, it's gonna go very bad, very bad.
Yes.
So I internalize stuff when I'm really angry, and that's my way of actually still giving grace. Because I'm sparing you right now. Because if I say what I really want to say, it's gonna be bad. But Sheena and her family, they talk it out. And so they talk it out, and it's not bad and everything, but they talk it out. And to me, it could come off like, man, that was kind of harsh. But but afterwards, they're loving each other. They're going by their business.
Yes.
But me, I didn't have an issue. So it could have been a red flag. And I said, well, I ain't going to deal with that. Because if you talk to me like that, I'm out. But then we had a conversation. And then we have a conversation like, Sheena, that was kind of hard. Or this was kind of hard. Like, did you take that? Or if somebody say something to Sheena, I'm like, should I jump in on that? But he's like, no, we're just talking and we're good. And so it could have been a red flag if you not really put in the work, but if you get an understanding, have a conversation, they be like, okay, so that's how they talk.
Okay.
So I know next time it's not like that. Or I'm more receptive and understanding, or she understands about me being quiet.
Yes.
Because I don't want to blow up. So it's like everybody say this is a red flag, but now it seems like they're translating to I'm automatically out.
Yeah. Oh.
Versus, hey, if they're like, oh, you don't like You put sugar on grits, I'm out. It'd be something so simple like that. And they willing to leave somebody versus having a conversation about it because the flag stands out. And the red flag is like a potential warning, but if you talk and get an understanding, then it might not really be a red flag. It might be something that needs to be discussed. Versus just jetting and you don't want to put in the work. Like I say, I'm willing to put in the work to deal with this. I'm willing to put in the work to figure out together how we could do it. Then that could pretty much solidify your relationship with people like, hey, okay, we want to work through these things, then we can work through something else.
Yeah, and so pretty much that's the next phase too, just allowing your communication to flourish with another person. And so he's obviously hit on that. And like he said, he did grow up in a single parent household. So a lot of what him and his mama did was like, you want something to eat? And they got over it. I'm like,
that's work every time.
And here I am getting to know, this handsome young man during the dating process. And I'm like,
I love it.
What? I can't even compute what that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because an expression of love for me meant I'm going to be honest and I'm going to share thoughts with you and I want to hear yours back and I want to deliberate who has the better options of thinking. That was love for me. But I got, 3 sisters, a brother, my mama and daddy who kind of just put things out there. And not that we were perfect or anything like that, but we had to figure out what worked for us in the dating process. And so, but like he said, this is putting in the work. Put the work in up front. You know what I mean? And then you're going to need it all during the process of, how long the relationship is or if this is the one you're going to be with. But you got to put it in,
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you all this because believe it or not, we're about to end this second session.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm a sidebar. We come from 2 different backgrounds as well. Me and my husband, Lord. And so when he did the ending comment that meeting the love of his life, I wanted to make sure I was trying to fix what I saw what he didn't get, but you can't do that.
Right,
you understand? We had to come together and what works for us.
Correct.
You understand? Because like our family, my family, now I have one sister because my other siblings are gone to be with the Lord. But at the end of the day, me and my sister talk literally every day, and so we're like, we're real transparent. You understand? Like you are, and you get through it and I love you, and we're gonna keep it moving.
You can never fix the past from the future because it's already passed.
Yes.
All you can do is make corrections for what yet
and move
to come.
forward. Yes. And what I love about you 2 gentlemen, you are what you all came from. And it's not saying it was horrible. It wasn't horrible and things like that. But you all never treated your wives. From what you would have never known if you didn't express this. So kudos to you guys for making the decision to put in the work.
Yes.
Separate from church from state. That type of atmosphere. You can't condemn or compare the 2. You go forward and not use what happened back in the day to dominate your life. Whether it's pleasure, circumstance, or your generational heritage. 'Cause I used to say I was raised by a pack of wolves. It was no organization. And once everything was going a certain way, and then the pack ready to pounce, and then the pack ready to go. And if you want it, well, you just get left behind. That's it.
Oh yes. Even me growing up, my mom was awesome. She was a great woman, and I lost her February 26th to almost going on 2 years now for a few weeks. So it's like she was a great mother. She was loving. She didn't talk to me any kind of way.
Yes.
So I, far as me, I just treated people like I want to be treated.
Right.
I feel like it sounds so simple, but it's true. You just treat people how you want to be treated.
Yes.
And so I want to make sure everything's okay. So even with me and Sheena, in that midst of like me growing up being quiet and her talking it out, in the midst of that, we learn how to treat each other.
Yes.
Like, so I can't just sit here and be quiet around Sheena. We're going to have to talk about it.
Yes.
And Sheena know I can't just talk to him any kind of way, you know.
that's
and
right.
So it's like we work that thing out and make it work for us.
Yes.
So definitely, like even when we can't control how we grow up in a little sense,
Right,
you know,
right.
so I didn't ask for it, and I ain't asked to be here.
Right.
So it's like, but this is not even this is outside relationship. This is our relationship. This is about friendships. Everybody's different because you could go in the same household with 5 people and y'all have issues. So when you meet somebody else, you know something's gonna happen.
We
so it's like,
experienced that.
well, you had to have a conversation. So like, it's differences.
Because every child take away something different.
Right.
Yes.
You know, and we got to end with this, guys. We're going to hit this real quick. I thought this was so funny that she was calling you Brother Wallace. And you were dating.
That's next section, ain't
No,
it?
no, it's this one. I said this one.
Man, we was trying to be friends. I took me a quick trying to be friends, you know. I didn't want to be friends. I want to be friends. I ain't say I didn't want to be friends. I want to be friends, but I knew I wanted her outside of friendship. And the worst thing, ladies, you could do to a man is put him in the friend zone. I was trying to avoid that, and I do not be putting this friend zone. She was saying,
I didn't say I was gonna keep you there.
Yeah, I know, but to me, I was like, man, brother, Lord, she keep calling me brother. She keep calling me brother. Hey, brother. I said, I ain't trying to be your brother. I'm trying to be your man, woman. And so I was like, but yeah, I was like, man, I can't. Don't call me brother. Please don't put me in this brother friend church zone. I want to be more than that. But actually, in hindsight, I kind of appreciate that because she had set a standard. Like, hey, it's not. We're not gonna go straight into a relationship. We understand each other. So I embraced it, even though I was after a while I started playing with her. Like, don't call me brother. Don't call me brother. But it was actually appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, my intention was to bestow, bestow genuine value and respect, right? And I feel like if I could treat you like a brother, then I can be concerned about your well-being. I can look out for you. I can, so it was a position of value to me at that time. But the clock was ticking.
Oh yeah. And she displayed that, and that really meant a lot. Because you want to know that you cared about. You're not just being used.
Because you all dated for 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And
we flunked that test.
Oh yeah.
We flunked.
He proposed in 6 months.
It was 6
But
months.
that's not the culture now. You all they really need to take their time.
Yeah, but for clarity, it was 2.5 years and 1 year engagement. Yeah.
So she beat you twice in basketball. So I got proposed to her.
That's literally what took place. And but hey, everybody's journey is different.
Right. Yes.
And so some people's 6 months, I wouldn't encourage that for today because the young people are a little different today. Yes. And so even the generations here at this table, they're different. And so definitely I love you all's take on taking your time. Be friends.
Yes.
I even, and I know we got to cut off because they're going to get us. But I watched you all used to go to games and you all waited a little bit before you had Jahan, And so that's why when we see you, it's like, wow, okay. Well, thank you all.
You're welcome.
Yes, okay, so we're going to give out these hotlines and then we're going to hear Mr. Perry and what the Lord downloaded him. But there's a 988 hotline, there's a text 741-741, there's the NAMI, there's the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and you can go to their website and click on the state you live in. If nothing else, please call 911 and do not suffer in silence. Mr. Perry.
Well, in dating, life will often let the lost wander and the weak die, but love will break the change. Freedom is sweet in the form of my only love. This has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation, get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation, it's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.